Welcome to the Risk Wheelhouse, the podcast where we navigate the ever-changing seas of risk management and technology. Join your hosts, Ori Wellington and Sam Jones, as they steer you through the latest trends, insights, and strategies shaping the future of integrated risk management. Ready to chart a course towards success? Hop aboard and let's set sail into today's deep dive.
All right, so today we're diving into this world of AI and risk management, specifically autonomous IRM.
Okay.
You've given us this really fascinating stack of articles and research on the topic.
Yeah.
It's a really cool concept thing. AI not just as a tool, but like as an active player in managing risk.
Yeah.
It's like having this super smart system that's constantly watching your back and adapting in real time to keep you safe.
That's a great analogy. We're definitely moving beyond those, static reports and spreadsheets now.
Yeah.
We're talking about AI agents that can, dynamically adjust to emerging threats as they happen.
That's incredible.
Yeah. There was one article, for example, I believe it was in the Risk Tech Journal.
Yeah.
There was a piece by Samantha Jones.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
She mentioned this AI agent called Operator
Oh, yeah.
that can learn and make decisions on its own without any human input.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Okay.
But how does that actually work in practice? I mean, what sets these AI agents apart from the traditional risk management tools that we've been using for years?
Well, think of it this way. Traditional tools, they give you like a snapshot of your risks at a specific moment in time, right?
Yeah.
AI agents, on the other hand, they're constantly analyzing data streams, looking for like subtle shifts and patterns that could indicate a change in your risk landscape.
Oh, so it's more like a live feed than a static report.
Exactly. Yeah. And this ability to adapt in real time, that's really what makes AI agents so powerful.
That makes sense.
For example, imagine an AI agent that's monitoring a company's global supply chain.
Okay.
It could pick up on early signs of political instability in a region where a key supplier is located.
Yeah.
And then it could recommend diversifying to alternative suppliers before any disruptions actually occur.
Oh, wow. So it's not just about reacting faster. It's about predicting and preventing risks before they even become problems.
Exactly.
That's amazing. But how does that level of autonomy fit within the framework of integrated risk management?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
IRM is all about understanding how all these different types of risk are interconnected, right?
Yeah. Operational, financial, technological, all of that.
Exactly. And that's where AI agents can really excel. They can see all those connections and make decisions that take the whole picture into account.
Oh, so they're not just looking at individual risks in isolation. They're understanding how those risks interact and influence each other.
Exactly. They provide a much more holistic and accurate view of your overall risk profile.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, you also mentioned something about dynamic risk assessment and dynamic internal controls.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about those?
Sure. Let's start with dynamic risk assessment.
Okay.
Traditional risk assessments, they're like taking a single photograph of a moving target. It gives you a snapshot, but the situation might have already changed by the time you act on it.
Right.
AI agents, they constantly update the risk assessment in real time. It's like a live stream.
Okay.
They're monitoring data streams. They're looking for any changes or anomalies that might indicate a shifting risk landscape.
So instead of relying on outdated information, you're getting a real-time picture of your risk exposure.
That's exact.
Okay, that's a huge advantage. What about these dynamic internal controls? How do those work?
So dynamic internal controls take automation to the next level.
Okay.
Instead of having like static rules and procedures, AI agents can actually modify internal controls on the fly to match the changing risk level.
So they're constantly learning and adjusting to make sure that the controls are as effective as possible.
Right.
That's a lot more efficient than having humans manually update everything.
It is.
Can you give me an example of how this might play out in the real world?
Sure. Imagine a financial institution that's using an AI agent to combat fraud.
Okay.
The agent might detect unusual patterns in transactions.
Right.
Instead of waiting for a human to intervene, it could instantly tighten security protocols, require additional authentication, or even temporarily freeze accounts that show suspicious behavior.
Wow. That's a level of speed and precision that you just can't achieve with traditional methods.
Right.
It's like having a security guard who can predict the next move of a potential thief. But can these AI agents actually predict the future? I mean, that almost sounds too good to be true.
It might sound like science fiction, but the predictive capabilities of these agents are actually pretty remarkable. By analyzing vast amounts of historical data and identifying patterns, they can anticipate potential risks and then suggest preventative actions.
So it's not about seeing the future. It's about using data to make highly informed guesses about what might happen.
Exactly.
Do you have a real-world example of how this predictive power works in practice?
Sure. Let's say a company is using AI to manage its resources.
Okay.
The AI agent analyzes past data and identifies a potential bottleneck in production because of an upcoming surge in demand.
Okay, that's a problem that a lot of businesses face.
Right.
So how would the AI agent help in that scenario?
Well, instead of waiting until that surge hits and then scrambling to catch up,
Yeah.
the AI agent could proactively recommend reallocating resources, adjusting production schedules, or even securing additional raw materials in advance.
Oh, so it's about shifting from a reactive approach where you're always playing catch-up
Oh,
to a proactive approach where you're anticipating problems before they even arise.
exactly.
That's a pretty fundamental change in mindset.
It is, and it's a change that AI agents are making possible. By moving from reactive to predictive, businesses can become much more resilient and adaptable in today's rapidly changing world.
This is all incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
It feels like we're on the cusp of a major transformation in how businesses approach risk management.
I think so.
But this can't be happening in isolation, right?
Yeah.
How does this connect with the more traditional areas of risk management,
Right.
like operational risk, technology risk, and all those other areas that we're used to dealing with?
You're absolutely right. AI agents, they aren't replacing the existing risk management frameworks, they're enhancing them.
Okay.
They're impacting all 4 core areas of integrated risk management.
Okay, I'm all ears. Break it down for me. How are they impacting each of those areas?
So let's start with operational risk management, or ORM. This is about identifying and mitigating risks related to your day-to-day operations.
Yeah.
Think back to that logistics company example. That's AI in action in ORM.
Right.
They can predict delays caused by things like weather or geopolitical events,
Yeah,
helping companies optimize their operations and avoid those really costly disruptions.
that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
What about enterprise risk management, or ERM?
Mm-hmm.
How do AI agents fit into that broader picture?
So ERM takes a much broader perspective looking at risks across the entire organization.
Okay.
And AI agents are really good at analyzing complex interdependencies between all those different types of risk.
Right.
One article mentioned a retailer using AI to navigate economic volatility and supply chain stability concerns.
Right.
That's a classic ERM challenge.
Yeah.
AI agents can help retailers adjust their inventory strategies in real time to mitigate those risks.
So they're helping businesses be more adaptable to those large-scale economic and geopolitical shifts that seem to be happening more and more frequently these days.
Exactly. Now let's move on to technology risk management, or TRM.
Okay.
This is where AI agents really shine.
I can imagine with all the cyber attacks and data breaches we hear about all the time,
Exactly.
technology risk is top of mind for pretty much every business these days.
Absolutely.
That's a big deal.
AI agents are being deployed for real-time cybersecurity, constantly monitoring systems for any suspicious activity, and automatically adapting those security protocols to counter evolving threats.
Wow.
One example from the articles was a bank that was using AI to prevent data breaches.
Oh, right.
But that's just one application.
Yeah.
AI agents can also assess the risks associated with digital transformation initiatives.
Right.
So they're helping companies navigate those transitions more safely and effectively.
So they're not just protecting us from hackers, they're helping us manage the risks that come with implementing all this new technology.
Exactly.
Sounds like a pretty crucial role in today's tech-driven world.
It is. And then finally, we have governance, risk, and compliance, or GRC. This area focuses on ensuring that businesses operate ethically and in accordance with all the relevant laws and regulations.
Yeah, I can already see how AI could be a huge asset in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Having a system that's constantly monitoring compliance and flagging potential issues would be incredibly valuable.
Absolutely. One article highlighted a healthcare organization that was using AI to ensure compliance across different regions,
Oh, wow.
which is a significant challenge in that industry.
Yeah, for sure.
AI agents can automate compliance monitoring, adjust those control frameworks dynamically to address new regulations, and even assist with audits.
Wow.
It's a game changer for GRC professionals.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, and I have to admit I'm incredibly impressed with the potential of this whole autonomous IRM thing.
Yeah.
But let's be realistic for a moment.
Right.
There must be some challenges to implementing this kind of advanced technology.
You're absolutely right. While the potential is enormous, there are definitely hurdles to overcome.
Like what are the biggest challenges that you see?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is integration complexity.
Mm.
Integrating these sophisticated AI agents into existing IRM systems is no small feat.
Right.
You need a robust architecture that can handle massive amounts of data, ensure interoperability between different systems, and maintain airtight security.
Yeah. It's not as simple as just plugging in a new piece of software.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Companies need to carefully consider how to integrate these systems to avoid creating new data silos that could actually work against the whole concept of integrated risk management.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What's the next challenge we need to consider?
Another major challenge is risk governance and oversight.
Okay.
Remember, these AI agents are making autonomous decisions.
Yep.
And we need to carefully manage the risks associated with those decisions.
Right. So we need to think about things like unintended consequences.
Absolutely. We need strong governance frameworks, clear escalation protocols, and regular reviews to ensure that these AI agents are aligned with the organization's objectives and operating within established ethical boundaries.
It sounds like we can't just blindly trust these systems without putting the right safeguards in place.
Exactly. It's not just about the technology itself, it's about responsible and ethical implementation.
Right.
And that brings us to perhaps the most important challenge of all human-AI collaboration.
Okay, so this isn't about replacing humans with machines.
Right.
It's about figuring out how they can work together effectively.
Precisely. It's about redefining roles and responsibilities to create a truly collaborative partnership between humans and AI.
Okay.
Risk professionals, they'll need to shift their focus from those routine monitoring tasks to more strategic oversight and decision-making.
So it's about empowering human experts with AI tools, not replacing them altogether.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that requires training new skill sets and a fundamental shift in the way risk professionals approach their work.
Right. It's a whole new way of thinking.
It is. It's
Yeah,
an
well-
exciting challenge and one that will require a lot of adaptation and innovation.
Okay, so we've talked about the incredible potential of autonomous IRM, but we've also acknowledged the very real challenges that come with implementing this new technology.
Yeah.
Seems like it's a journey that requires both enthusiasm and caution.
I agree.
But where is this journey headed? What does the future hold for autonomous IRM? What could we expect to see 5 or 10 years down the road?
That's a great question, and fortunately, several of the articles offered some fascinating predictions about the future of this field.
Okay, let's hear it.
Yeah.
What does the crystal ball tell us? What's coming next in the world of autonomous IRM?
Well, one of the key areas we can expect to see some major advances is enhanced risk intelligence.
Enhanced risk intelligence.
Yeah, so as these AI agents, they keep evolving, they're going to become even more sophisticated in their ability to map out all those complex risk relationships,
Right.
Providing even deeper insights and more effective mitigation strategies.
So they'll be able to see the whole risk landscape with even greater clarity.
Exactly. They'll be able to connect all those dots and identify those really subtle patterns.
Wow. Yeah. And give us a much more comprehensive understanding of how all those different risks interact and influence each other.
That sounds incredibly valuable.
Yeah.
What else is on the horizon?
Well, another area of advancement is going to be truly adaptive risk management.
Okay.
So AI agents, they're going to be able to learn and improve over time. They'll become even better at managing emerging risks like, those associated with generative AI or that ever-changing geopolitical landscape.
So they'll be able to keep pace with the accelerating rate of change that we see in the world today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And finally, we'll likely see more automated risk responses.
No, that's interesting.
AI agents, they're going to be able to handle those routine risk responses on their own.
Okay.
And that's going to free up all those human experts to focus on those more complex strategic decisions. The ones that really require human judgment and intuition.
So it's about creating a more efficient and effective division of labor between humans and AI. Exactly, leveraging the strengths of both to create a truly robust and adaptable risk management system.
Right.
One that can navigate the complexities of our rapidly changing world.
This has been an incredibly insightful conversation.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I feel like I've gained a whole new understanding of the potential of autonomous IRM, both the exciting possibilities and those very real challenges that we need to address.
Yeah, it's definitely a fascinating field with a lot of potential.
Absolutely. Before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to highlight for our listeners? Any key takeaways you want to make sure they really remember?
I think the most important takeaway is that, autonomous IRM, it's not just like a technological advancement.
Okay.
It's really a paradigm shift. It's
Mhm.
about fundamentally changing the way we think about risk and opportunity and the role of technology in our lives.
So it's not just about automating tasks. It's
Yeah.
about reimagining the entire field of risk management and its potential to transform businesses, industries, even society as a whole.
Exactly. And I think that's both exhilarating and a bit daunting.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both, for sure.
We're entering uncharted territory, and there will definitely be challenges along the way.
Right.
But I think if we approach this technology with a sense of responsibility and collaboration, and a real commitment to those ethical principles,
Yeah.
then we can harness its power to create a better future for all.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
It's about embracing innovation while also being mindful of the potential impact and ensuring that we're using these powerful tools for good.
Yeah.
That's a great note to end on for this part of our deep dive.
Indeed. We've covered a lot of ground today exploring the potential impact of autonomous IRM on businesses, individuals, and society as a whole.
It's a lot to take in.
It is, but it's exciting stuff.
It is.
And I, for one, I can't wait to dive into part 3.
Me too.
Where we'll explore some even more mind-blowing concepts.
Oh, wow.
And delve a little bit deeper into those ethical considerations surrounding this powerful technology.
Sounds good.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. We'll see you back here soon for the final part of our deep dive into autonomous IRM.
Are you ready to see risk management in action? At Wheelhouse Advisors, we've launched a new YouTube channel dedicated to integrated risk management. You'll find quick explainers, insights from our IRM Navigator research reports, highlights from the Risk Journal, and conversations from the Risk Wheelhouse podcast. We're covering the topics that matter most to executives and risk leaders, from AI governance and cyber insurance to operational resilience and regulatory change. Every video is designed to help you anticipate risks, adapt with confidence, and build resilience in a digital-first world. In our first video, we explain how ISO 42001, the EU AI Act, and the NIST AI Risk Management Framework can work together as a unified playbook for AI risk. Subscribe today at youtube.com/@wheelhouseadv and get the latest insights delivered directly to you. That's youtube.com/@wheelhouseadv. Subscribe now and stay ahead of the risks that matter most.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into autonomous IRM.
Yeah,
It's been quite a journey so far,
it really has.
exploring the transformative potential of AI agents in risk management.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
We've seen how they can dynamically assess and control risks in real time, predict future threats, and even free up human experts to focus on those more strategic initiatives.
Yeah, definitely.
But as we venture deeper into this uncharted territory, it's important to also consider those ethical implications of these really powerful technologies.
Absolutely.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, that's right.
We can't just unleash these AI agents into the world without really thinking carefully about the potential consequences.
You got it. And that's what we're going to be focusing on in this final part of our deep dive.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll explore some of the key ethical considerations surrounding autonomous IRM and how we can really ensure that these technologies are developed and deployed responsibly.
I'm ready to dive into the ethics of AI. So what are some of the biggest concerns that we need to address as these AI agents become, more sophisticated and more integrated into our lives?
Well, one of the most pressing concerns, and one that's generated a lot of discussion, is the potential for these AI agents to perpetuate existing biases.
Oh, yeah. That's something we hear a lot about with AI in general.
Exactly.
Can you give me some specific examples of how bias might manifest in the context of risk management?
Sure. So imagine an AI agent that's been trained on a data set of loan applications.
Okay.
And that data set contains historical biases against certain demographic groups.
Oh, so the AI agent would learn from that biased data and potentially make unfair lending decisions.
Exactly. It could inadvertently deny loans to qualified applicants just because of their race, their gender, or even their zip code.
Wow. And those biased decisions could have really serious consequences for individuals and communities.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so important to use diverse and representative data sets when we're training these AI agents.
Right. It's not just about the technology itself. It's about the human choices that shape that technology.
Exactly. And that brings us to another really crucial ethical consideration: accountability.
Yeah.
So if an AI agent makes a decision that has negative consequences, who's responsible?
That's a tough one. Is it the developer who created the algorithm, the company that deployed the agent, or the individual who used the system?
It's complex, and there's no easy answer.
Yeah, it's a really gray area.
As these AI agents become more autonomous, it becomes more and more difficult to really pinpoint responsibility.
Right. It seems like we need to develop some really clear frameworks for accountability,
Yeah.
ensuring that there are mechanisms in place to identify and address harm that's caused by these AI agents.
I agree. We need to have a system in place that lets us trace back decisions, understand why they were made, and hold the appropriate parties accountable.
Makes sense. What other ethical considerations are on your radar?
Another significant concern is transparency.
Okay.
As these AI agents become more complex, their decision-making processes can become opaque even to the experts who designed them.
So we might not even understand how they're arriving at their conclusions.
Exactly, and that can erode trust,
Right.
make it difficult to challenge or correct potentially harmful decisions.
Yeah. How can you trust a system if you don't understand how it works?
Right, it's like a black box making decisions that could have a huge impact on our lives.
Exactly. And that's where explainable AI comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Researchers are working on developing AI systems that can actually provide clear explanations for their decisions,
Exactly.
making them more transparent and accountable.
Right, it's about lifting the veil and giving us a glimpse into those inner workings of these AI agents.
Okay, I like that analogy.
Yeah.
Now, another important aspect of this is human oversight.
Mm-hmm.
While we want these AI agents to be autonomous, we also need to make sure that humans remain in the loop, especially when it comes to those critical decisions that could have those really far-reaching consequences.
Absolutely. It's about finding that balance between autonomy and control.
Right.
We want these systems to be intelligent and efficient,
Right.
but we also need to make sure that humans retain ultimate authority.
Exactly. So it requires careful design and implementation,
Mm-hmm.
ensuring that there are mechanisms in place for human intervention, oversight, and accountability.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we've talked about bias, accountability, transparency. Are there any other ethical considerations we should be thinking about as we kind of move forward with this whole autonomous IRM thing?
One final consideration I want to highlight is the potential impact on privacy.
Okay.
As these AI agents gather more and more data about individuals and businesses, we need to be really thoughtful about how that data is collected, stored, and used.
Yeah, especially in today's world where data breaches and privacy violations are becoming so common.
Exactly. We need to make sure that these AI agents are designed with privacy in mind from the very beginning.
Okay.
That means minimizing data collection, anonymizing data whenever possible, and really giving individuals control over their own information.
So it's about building those privacy protections into the very foundation of these systems.
Exactly. It's about respecting individual privacy while also harnessing the power of data to manage risks effectively.
Well, this has been an incredibly thought-provoking conversation.
It has been.
It's clear that autonomous IRM has the potential to revolutionize risk management,
Mm-hmm.
but it also comes with a whole host of ethical challenges that we need to address head-on.
I agree. It's a complex landscape, but I'm optimistic that we can navigate these challenges thoughtfully and responsibly.
I'm optimistic too. I think the key is to approach this technology with a sense of both excitement and caution.
Yeah.
We need to be enthusiastic about the possibilities
Absolutely.
while also being mindful of the risks and really committed to using this technology ethically.
I couldn't have said it better myself. It's about finding that sweet spot between innovation and responsibility.
And to our listeners, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of autonomous IRM.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
We hope you've learned something new, gained some valuable insights, and maybe even sparked some really thought-provoking conversations of your own.
I hope so.
As we wrap up this final episode, remember that the future of autonomous IRM is not predetermined.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a future that we're all shaping together
Mm-hmm.
through the choices we make, the questions we ask, and the conversations we have.
That's right.
So keep those minds curious, stay engaged, and let's continue to explore the possibilities of this truly transformative technology
Absolutely.
while always keeping ethics at the forefront of our minds.
Couldn't agree more.
That's a wrap on this deep dive into autonomous IRM.
It's been fun.
We'll see you next time for another exciting exploration of the cutting edge of technology and innovation.
That wraps up another episode of the Risk Wheelhouse. Thank you for spending time with us at Wheelhouse Advisors today. We hope you found the conversation insightful and actionable for your organization's risk strategies. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Amazon Music. If you're looking for more in-depth analysis and thought leadership on risk technology, be sure to visit the Risk Tech Journal at therisktechjournal.com. It's your go-to source for comprehensive articles, expert interviews, and the latest trends shaping the industry. Subscribe today to stay informed. For any inquiries or feedback, please contact us directly at info@wheelhouseadvisors.com, or feel free to connect with us on LinkedIn and x.com and share your thoughts or suggestions for future topics. Visit wheelhouseadvisors.com for more information and resources. Thanks again for joining us. Until next time, navigate wisely.